Hey guys, welcome back to another installment of Hello Good Game. I hope you're all enjoying the videos we've been producing this far. We are just climbing in subscribers now. We've got, I think, 31 or 32 subscribers, so room for an additional 70 subscribers in our Phase 2 gym giveaway. So definitely jump on that. Tell your friends about it. I'm sure they'd really appreciate the gems. Never mind the great content that we're planning on producing. So we've pushed up a little bit. We're in Diamond now, and yeah, let's take a look at this mid-range Esper Control deck. We have Hero of Persistent One. So this is the newest addition to the deck, because whenever we're casting a multicolor spell, we can create a 1/1 creature token. And our whole deck, as you can see, is multicolored. So this is just going to provide us with continual, a continual field presence. Like the 1/1s are not huge, but when you're matching another control deck, it could be the difference. Even the difference when you start countering all their spells, right? And then every time you counter, you now have a free blocker or attacker. Dovin's Veto is just a counter spell that can't be countered, non-creature only though, right? D-Spark, exile target permanent with converted mana cost 4 or greater. And then 4 Thought Erasures, just letting us discard a non-land card from our opponent's hand, and then we're surveilling 1. Tyrant Scorn is great for the Enter God Eternals bounce, right? We can bounce tokens back to our opponent's hand, so it'll destroy them no matter what the power. And we can also destroy creatures with converted mana cost 3 or less. So a little bit of removal there for, say, a Goblin Chain Whirler. We're also rocking Deputy of Detention. So this is a 1/3, and when he enters the battlefield, he grabs a opponent's non-land permanent, and then exiles it until he leaves the battlefield, right? For our main cannon, we got Thief of Sanity, flying. When he deals combat damage, we're exiling we're looking at the top 3 cards of our opponent's library, exiling 1 of them, and then we can play that card as long as it's exiled with any mana to cast it, which is a lot of fun. So we can basically just throw up the iron gates, if you will, of control, and the Thief of Sanity can play from our opponent's library. So it's going to keep the games a lot fresher. Rather than just same old, because now we have the utility of using cards from our opponent's deck. Also, for Teferi Time Raveler, each opponent can cast spells only anytime they could cast a sorcery. So no instants, nothing on the stack, just main phase sorcery spells. His +1, until your next turn, you may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash. And for his -3, return up to 1 target artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand and draw a card. We also have 4 Mortify, destroying target creature, artifact. Oh no, just target creature or enchantment, sorry. And Hostage Shaker is, what is that similar to? We have something else. Oh, it's maybe a little bit similar to Thief of Sanity, except for we're grabbing their creature from the battlefield rather than their deck. So when it enters the battlefield, we're exiling target creature artifact until Hostage Shaker leaves the battlefield, and we may cast this card as long as it remains exiled, and we can cast mana as if it were any mana to do that. We also have a single copy of Sorin, Vengeful Bloodlord. As long as it's our turn, we have lifelink, and +2, we deal 1 damage to target creature or planeswalker, or player or planeswalker, sorry. And then -X, we're actually able to return target card with converted mana cost equal to X from the graveyard to the battlefield, and it's a vampire in addition to all other types. And of course, we have 2 Teferis. At the end step, we're drawing a card, and then at the end step, we're untapping 2 lands. -3 is put target non-land permanent into its owner's library, 3rd from the top. So that's very, very cool. And -8 is you get an emblem with whenever you draw a card, exile target permanent and opponent controls. So that basically wins you the game if you can get that token. And Enter the God Eternals, deals 4 damage to target creature, and you gain 4 life. And target player puts top 4 cards of their library into the graveyard And we are also amassing 4. That is a lot. So much going on right there. Also, just 2 discoveries. We're not using Dispersal really so much, even though we could. It's Rail 2, then draw a card, or Dispersal. Each opponent returns an online permanent they control with the highest converted mana cost to their hand, and then they discard a card. And then, of course, Liliana the Dreadhorde General. Whenever a creature card you control dies, we're drawing a card. And +1, creating 2/2 black zombie creature token. And -4 is each player sacrificing 2 creatures. So if we have creatures to sacrifice, we're drawing those cards as well from her static ability. And her -9 is each opponent chooses a permanent they control of each permanent type and sacrifices the rest. So they're getting a planeswalker, they're getting a creature, they're getting a land, I guess. Maybe an artifact or enchantment as well. We got all the fancy lands in here because you're going to absolutely have to do it and in order not to get smashed, especially at this level. I mean, it's possible, but you're going to need to be very lucky, especially off your draw hand, right? So this is Sanity Erasure. It is a mid-range Esper Control deck. Let's see what kind of damage we can do with it. Played Gaga. So we are going to play a little bit of Gaga with our friends. I don't think I went best of 3, did I? I'm not sure why it's letting me pick whether I play or draw first. We did go best of 3. This is not what we wanted, but we are going to try. So against the control deck, life's probably not so much an issue. A search for Escanta out right away is very cool. We're going to pay an additional 2 life and just get right into him. So he needs 2 lands for Akaya's Wrath. So we're going to have, what, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage done at least? No, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage potentially. Just because we get the 2 turns. And he's going to need a... Yeah, that won't work, right? Because it's 2 white and 2 black. So we see in our set, we're unable to draw cards from now on. He did get his Kaya's Wrath, but like I said, I'm not sure what good that will do him. I'm going to continue to pay life, just because we know that he's not going to be doing much damage. I'm actually going to get rid of the Time Raveler. And we have 2 Kaya's Wraths, which is unfortunate. But what else do you do? I mean, he does have the second black. He'll need to wait one more additional turn, though. We'll maintain full control. I'm going to take... I kind of want to take his Ashok, but I'm going to take his Teferi. So we still are safe from Kaya's Wrath, which he may have misinterpreted. Because why pay life for the land unless you're using it? So some Mortifies out of the way. That's actually probably ideal for me. And we're actually able to get his Teferi on the field now. Okay. So I know we went best of 3 and we did not want to go best of 3. But I guess that's where we landed ourselves. He's got no creatures to destroy. So Hostage Taker can leave. We're just countering. So Dovin's Veto comes in. I'm going to go as far as taking... well, this will be good in case he does pop a Eternal on us, right? Yeah, I think we're going to leave it like that. We could take the Bell Hunt in there, but life's not an issue, so seems semi-silly. A little birdie told me that 97% of the arena games are played in best of 1, which means that only 3% are being played in best of 3 like this. That's not good land. So chances are that when you're playing best of 3, your opponent is very, very, very good. Because if only 3% of the people are doing it, I think it's safe to assume that those 3% know exactly what they're doing and are very good at it. So we're seeing a couple changes and a better land draw from our friend here. We do get an early drop on our hero, which is really, really great. If we could draw a blue land, that would be greater. I'm almost going to keep it in my hand because we are open to a Kaya's Wrath next turn if he plays a swamp. Chromatic Lantern. We grab our lands. We'll just continue the assault. The lantern's nothing we really want to remove. And Karn's Bastion, I'm not sure what it is we're seeing. Why run a Karn's Bastion? What are you proliferating? Just getting land hosed here. I'm not sure what to do about that. He left all his creature removal, which I guess is fine. He's using his Vraska's Contempt on on my creatures rather than my planeswalkers, so that's a definite bonus for me. The land is definitely not happening though. So we actually have nothing to deal with this. I don't know how appropriate exiling our graveyard is though. Alright, we got it. Let's just eat up this hand. We have plenty of life. We're going to take that other land so we can get our Teferi rolling. He really did waste his Rascus Contempt. He should have held on to that. Indeed, I did win this time. So we know he's got no counter. So we're definitely just rocking in with our Teferi. We need a blue and a white. Is here and here, just because we can Dovin's Veto now. Yeah, a little aggressive. It's a bummer because both of those, right? Like he has a Kaya's Wrath and a Cry of the Carnelian. So there's definite issues there. However, 2 Teferis, what do you do against that? We'll continue to Thought Erasure. Land can start going to the graveyard. We've seen our fill with that. And we're actually going to pop the minus ability to 0 just to draw the card.
Might be a bad idea.
Getting our Dovin's Veto back into play here. Oh, Tyrant Scorn is also in play. Yeah. Hello. Good game. That's how we do that. So typically we don't play best of 3. It's a little bit aggressive yet. But we had pretty good luck this time. We've not been here too terribly long. Going back over the deck. Where are we? Sanity Erasure. Oh, also, I'll show you guys this real quick while we're here. Check this out. Deck limit reached. Maximum number of decks reached. Please delete decks until you have fewer than 60. Wizards of the Coast, please increase our deck limit. I do not want to be deleting these works of art. I've become very proud of these. And like I do have a few to delete. We've been working with sneak preview, what we've been working on here. Just so many wild cards to collect, right? But yeah, we're going to have to delete the pre-mades that it came with, which is sad, but I can't delete some of these that we've created. They're much too great, and I know that as we progress, like I only have a month max, right? If I delete those 30 pre-made decks before, I'm going to have to start deleting my nice decks. So we have a month to beg for an increased deck limit. But, like I said, Sanity Erasure is either erasing your sanity or your opponent's, right? You've seen in the second match there, we almost erased ours with the lack of land. The blue in particular, or the island. But we also seem to erase our opponent's sanity with our Teferis, which is ideal. There's not much you could do against 2 Teferis, especially with Dovin's Veto in hand, right? Because your Elder Spell's going bye-bye at that point, like, GG. So very cool deck. We've seen how much the hero can do off the start, right? Get that initial smash in. And we could have even ended that with the Enter God Eternals. Yeah. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we have 30 subscribers. We have room for 70 more in phase 2, and then we're giving away 5 packs, 1,600 gems, plus another 5 packs of 750 gems. So we're starting to get up there. I've been sharing my videos daily on the Discord, which is super great. I appreciate everyone on there who's been checking them out. And yeah, we are gonna jump off here and jump right back on and see you guys again tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.